Hey, Derek, aloha from Southern Leyte. Good for you. Yeah, I'd seen that you said you made it safely. That's good. I'm sure you're very, very happy to be back in the Philippines. Yeah, happy Monday, April 20th, 12:22. I think it's like 87 degrees out right now. We'll see how the heat treats me as far as my phone goes. Um, yeah, I had said I wanted to start earlier, but that didn't happen today. Time discrepancy, I guess. Sometimes that happens. But I hope you guys all had a good weekend. Like I said, I was here on Saturday. It rained here. Wow, you guys actually got rain. I remember seeing some sort of chart, Derek. I think it was on Facebook. It was showing like the drought, like which areas in the Philippines were most dry right now. Hey, Possum. Good afternoon. Mayung Mudto from Dumaguete, Philippines. But yeah, it was showing like places that are drier, drought like areas or whatever. And happy birthday to Bill Meyer. 45 degrees, not bad if out of wind. Happy birthday. So, Bill Meyer, it's your birthday. I did see that on Facebook. Happy birthday, Bill Meyer. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna make my way to the mall. I think everybody says to protect my heat on my phone. Go to the mall and get a cool down with the aircon. So I'll probably head that way. But happy birthday to Bill Meyer. Jeff Virgil's here. Says, hey Mike, looks like yeah. I didn't know what to call today's live stream, so I called it Monday Blues, just because the blue ocean, the blue sky. But hey, no problem, Bill Meyer. April, you're another April birthday. Uh, I had to give another fellow April birthday a shout out. And like I said, it's nice on Facebook. You get the little notification that somebody has a birthday. So, yes, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bill Meyer. Sending some Philippine sunshine to you. Boom. Uh, 44 is, I mean, that's better than 24, but hey, PK Adventures, my goodness. Talk about a stranger. I haven't seen Mr. PK Adventures in quite a while. But yes, 87 degrees here in Dumaguete, Philippines. I appreciate you being here, PK. And yes, he gives the shout out. Happy birthday to Bill. DJ Kirby Puckett is here. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just wonderful. Hot, dry, sunny. Now my phone might have a different opinion on the heat, but we shall see. I think I'm gonna make a trip towards the mall. Try to shade myself a little bit, but you know how that goes. I'm learning, trial and error. PK says, I always miss your lives. Well, guess what? You're here now, and that's all that matters. Appreciate you being here, taking the time to join me in my walk through Dumaguete City. Steve Bryan says, got a frost warning for Ohio tomorrow. Yeah, I talked to my mother and father called me this morning here, and they specifically told me, yes, frost warning for tomorrow morning in Pennsylvania as well. They're like, all the flowers or something that have already started, I guess, somewhat blooming and growing. They said, yeah, they might get wiped out. But what do? Get some newspaper and or blankets, thin blankets, and cover up your flowers, I guess. Uh, I'm gonna cut through here. At least I see a little bit of shade. Uh, Dr. Red is here. Says hello, Michael. It's DRT. Says 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius, Maryland and PA. Yeah, you would think eventually. I mean, you're at April 19th, I guess technically, East Coast Eastern Standard Time. You would think eventually you guys are gonna get. I mean, May's coming quick. I think they should stop teasing soon with up and down on the weather. Uh, Connie is here. Says, "Hey, Michael, Fishers, Indiana was a cool one here in the '50s." Hey, I'd take the '50s in Indiana. Uh, that sounds actually good. Anything higher than the 32 freezing is always better. Uh, Mac was timed out. Okay. Uh, I don't know what Mac say was wrong. He just said Philippines, Dr. Red. I don't know. Maybe he said something before that. I only saw Dr. Mac said Philippines. Maybe you accidentally timed him out. Uh, Hello, Mr. Dave. Appreciate you always embarrassing me and complimenting me, but I appreciate that, Mr. Dave. Derek says 85 in Leyte, which I still can't believe you guys actually got rain. I'm sure it'd probably feel good if we got a little rain here. Noggin Knocker. Now that's something I would remove from Noggin Knocker. Total Tech God is good. Yeah, I agree. But thank you for being here. Total Tech says take one of those scooters for a ride. Nah, I'm not like some of the streamers that just go and take someone's motorbike for a ride. See, now I'm in the shade. This actually feels all right. Once I get through here and start walking, I don't think I'm really gonna have any shade until I get to the mall. But that's where I'm gonna go. Uh, Paul said, "Any good cat hunting?" I don't know, Paul. I don't hunt for cats. I don't hunt for cats or dogs. There's plenty of pets, but I didn't know they were a hunted species. But maybe that's something you do. I don't know. Uh, Harmon Singh says, "Where are you?" I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Harmon, Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm from the United States. My name is Michael. Been here since July of 2024, but I did go home March 17th of 2025 until June 12th. So I did go home once, but I've been here ever since. And I love it here in the Philippines, especially the people. That's what makes it most enjoyable. Hey, CKN, New Jersey's here. Paul says good eating. Well, I like chicken adobo. I think that's good eating. I like pork sisig. I like any kind of lumpia. So yeah, I definitely love the food here in the Philippines. PK says we apparently hit 96 already, but I saw 99 on my thermometer. We almost had the hottest March on record here in New Mexico. And I forgot where you live, PK Adventures. So now I know. So you're already getting some serious heat for April, unless that's normal in New Mexico. Harmon says Philippine weather. It's 87 right now. Um, Probably get a little hotter, but it's 87 right now here in the Philippines. Uh, let's see. I keep checking the phone. Let's see how hot it will or will not get. But welcome, Mr. CKN, New Jersey. Glad here. I guess it's Sunday night for you, late Sunday night. I don't know what time you need to get to sleep, but I appreciate you being here and up so late. Vincent is here. Hello, Vincent. Says, "Hey, Michael, how goes it, brother?" I'm doing great. I'm going to head to the mall just because people sometimes ask me to go that direction. Plus, the aircon in the mall would probably help with my phone not overheating. I've noticed during this dry season that my phone tends to overheat and kick me out. And I know Mr. Day is going to tell me to get a little fan on my phone. He likes to tell me to get a lot of things on my phone, but I continue to not do any of those things. I just fight through it, push through the elements, and see what happens. Uh, Hold on, let me go back here. Oh, Phantom says, "Hi, Michael. Have you noticed or had any issues?" I I don't even know what that is. And it almost sounds like a very inappropriate word, but I don't even know what that is. Anyway, uh, but I'm doing good, Vincent. PK says, I live in the stupid desert, and no, we've been having a hotter year than I've ever experienced here. That's crazy to hear. But it's hot here all the time. The only difference now is it's not as humid. Just dry season, and again, it hasn't rained here in Dumaguete. Well, maybe it snuck and rained during the night, but I haven't noticed any moisture whatsoever. But then Derek, who's in Leyte, said he got some rain. So I guess if you're lucky right now in the Philippines, you get some rain. Um, CCAN says, Dr. Red Taco, yes, indeed, a bit chilly in Maryland. Yeah, the frost warning. Larson Christopher is here. Hello, Larson. He says 34 here in Minnesota, 46 will be the high. Again, anything up from the teens or, well, 34 is just barely above freezing, but you guys we're in late April, pushing May. Hopefully, your warm fortunes turn around for you. Uh, Herman says he's from India. Well, welcome from India, Herman. Appreciate you being here. Derek says my HM. CCAN says sure, Michael. Derek says my phone heats up here late also. Well, yeah, it's like you throw in the temperature of the. I always think it's cool over this bridge, but you throw in the temperature already, what it is, and then the phone when you're doing a live stream, it already gets hot to begin with. So yeah, you combine the hot weather with the phone working like it is. Doesn't take much for it to get hot. Um, PK or PK says, thankfully I'm gonna be in the Philippines soon, so none of that 110 for 3 weeks straight like last year. Well, the good thing too is for you, PK, you should have no issues adjusting to the weather whatsoever. You should be fine. No issues whatsoever with the weather. You should be already well adapted when you get here. Just different climate, uh, maybe different plants growing, different maybe allergies. Other than that, you should adapt pretty good. Uh, oh, Caden Hall, I see you're here. I'd like you to have a fishing. Caden, I'd like to have a fishing stream soon too. Again, appreciate your generosity. You're a blessing. I can't thank you enough. Uh, yeah, I'm kind of like in no man's land, waiting. Maybe I'm just going to have to find somebody else to try and hook me up with a local here to take a boat out. I apologize for delaying that. Um, I guess if I had my own boat, I could do that. But Caden, nice to see you, and thank you so much. Uh, Gomez is here. Hello, Gomez. Says, greetings from Los Angeles. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm just trucking along, doing my daily walk here in the Philippines, uh, keeping an eye on my phone, make sure it doesn't overheat. But yeah, I'm doing wonderful. Living life, happy every morning, blessed to be alive, blessed to wake up with no sicknesses, no physical anything. I feel absolutely great and thankful for that every day. But yeah, we're almost at the mall. We're not too far. Larson says upper Midwest got hit by the weather, bunch of twisters and a lot of hail. That does not sound like fun, Larson. The only thing well, now that it's dry season, I guess you could get a very rare typhoon hurricane here. But I think the only thing I really have concerns about, and I don't think about it a lot, is the chance for an earthquake. There have been some very small ones, but I haven't felt them. I guess maybe when they've hit, they're like a 4.0, and maybe I was out walking. I don't really notice a lot of them when I'm walking. But again, thank you, Caden Hall. God bless you. You spoil me, man, like really bad. And I need to take care of you. And a lot of people want to see that fishing thing, and I'm not coming through on that, and I feel bad. Uh, Eric Wellen says, "Where are you at?" I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Eric, I'm from the United States. Name is Michael. Born and raised in Pennsylvania. Recently turned 56 years of age. Uh, yeah, grew up in Pennsylvania. Lived 2 years. I did live in Florida, but yeah, I basically retired at 55. Thankful that I have a pension and savings, and that's my income. If you want to know that, I won't be specific on what that is, but enough for me to be happy. I'm a warm weather guy and enjoying my life and embracing a totally different culture here. The people are, can't say enough, amazing. And I'm just motivated every day. I walk, I like to do it. I'm big on health and fitness as best as I can. I'm sure there's more things I could do to even improve it. But I'm just sharing I do a live stream and I do walk in and answer random questions and whatnot. Uh, Need to do a fishing live stream for Caden and some other people. And hopefully soon I have something worthwhile to create a video. I know someone asked me recently, I can't remember, they said, "Can you make a video in a supermarket?" I didn't think that would be all that entertaining. I mean, supermarkets are basically a supermarket just with different items. Some similar, some Western style items that would look familiar from back home, but I don't think it's anything major. Honestly, I think the public markets are the coolest and neatest things here to see in the Philippines. Public markets with all the fruit, vegetables, fish, chicken, beef, eggs. I love eggs and all that. But here's one of the bus stations by here, if anybody cares. Keep grinding, Captain Mike. Thanks again for the inspiration. Well, I do my best. I just simply just share my simple daily life here. And again, I don't have to be doing anything special to be happy. I don't need to travel all over the place. I'm fine, you know. I'm just happy being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. But I preach and I beat this drum that the most important thing to me is just being healthy and being able to do this stuff. Uh, that's to me the most important thing is my health. Because without that, I really probably wouldn't be able to enjoy this stuff. Um, Lee Cabs is here. Says hello. Lee Cabs says, "Yeah, it's good. Exercise, walking, nice. Yeah, I do it every day. Every day I walk at least 10 miles, or what is that in kilometers? 16.7. Even if I have other things to do, I do a little bit. I walk everywhere, so I knock out some of the mileage just by walking everywhere. Then, if I'm under my 10 for the day, I just get my button gear, go to the boulevard somewhere where I can walk a little faster and knock it out. Uh, Jeff Johnson's here. Yes, it is beautiful, Jeff. Like I said, at least I'm getting to the mall with no. This is where they do the cockfighting is in there. I don't know if you can really see, but that's where the cockfighting takes place. Usually Sundays is the busiest. It's like a stadium seating, but this whole place, all through here, will be packed with motorbikes and roosters all over the place. I know some people don't like appreciate that or like that, but that's just a part of the culture here. That's what they do. Um, oh my goodness, Phil, I don't. Phil and them. It's like reminds me of Eminem almost like, but Phil and them. I mean, what? I don't know how to thank you. You just said for you to use towards some new shoes. I appreciate that greatly. Uh, that's humbling. Like I don't know how to respond other than to say thank you and just you being here, giving me a like and being a part of my channel is complete blessing. But I did recently buy shoes. These are my newest ones, Brooks, because I do definitely put the miles on them. Those are my newest ones that my friend happened to get me when he was up in Manila. Uh, and then he shipped them down here through LVC because from what I've learned, and I have my bias, I'm like a big Brooks fan for shoes. I've tried many others. And Brooks is like my go-to shoe, not only for comfort, but they hold up on the bottom when you put a lot of miles on the shoes. Uh, but I appreciate that a lot, Phil and them. I don't know if you're new here, but I'm blessed and thankful for your generosity. If I see you comment again, I can make you blue. That's like the best thing I can do to thank you for your generosity. Wow. David Jessup is here. Says, "Hi, Mike. I just renewed my membership. I hope you're doing very well." David, I appreciate you as well. And like I always tell people, memberships are kind of one of those things that if you make for members only content, which I don't, I just know you guys do that to support me and stuff. And again, everything that you do for me, I'm so thankful and humbled and blessed for that. So I hope you're doing well, David. Haven't heard anything from Ray either. I don't know what's going on with him. Caden Hall says, I think the fishing should be a video. That's the first thing I'd want to do when I'm traveling there. All right. So you're saying you'd be more in favor of a video, and actually, that might actually even be better, Caden, just because if I think that my phone gets hot now, could you imagine being out in the water with the sun beating down? I'd have no shade. I don't know what I'd do to keep it from getting hot. David, my goodness. You're just like, I will join in on that or what you need. Hope Che is doing well. I guess from what Phil said, and it's a good idea, he generously donated towards a pair of shoes. Although these are new, I greatly appreciate that. Let's just say they'll go towards my AirPods. If you know what AirPods are, I had the misfortune last week with these. These are new ones. I had to buy new ones here. I was taking the left one out of the case, the right one, and I missed. Someone kind of cut me off walking, and I dropped my AirPod, and it went right down the drain, the sidewalk water drain, whoop, right in the drain. Uh, David Jessup, I greatly appreciate your generosity. Can we get a W in the chat for Phil? Yeah, I'm looking for, oh yeah, Phil, so you are blue. Oh, so you're Philip McGuire. You changed your name. That's why you threw me off, Phil. you, my own Japón. Yeah, you threw me off. All right, now I got you. Phil, you changed your name on me. But now I'm in the mall and it actually does feel good. I'm cooled off. Hoobs Groove is here, says, hi, how are you looking nice? Uses towards a night out with Che. That too. That works, Phil. Uh, Toji Sigma says, "Hey Phil, I ain't gonna say that word, but I just can't say that. I mean, I have many friends of all different races and cultures, and I can't do that. But I appreciate you being here, Toji Furj. I can't even say that. Um, but so yeah, this will help cool off the phone again. Caden, God bless you. David, God bless you. Phil, Uh, God bless you. I appreciate that a lot. You wanted me to get on the train? Let me go down to the bottom. Ray is just taking a break. And if you talk to Michael White, he knows where I am and what I'm doing. And David, you don't need to explain, David. Everybody's life is their own business. I just appreciate you being here. Uh, but I don't know, you still have my email. You're more than welcome to reach out to me that way. But again, thank you very much. Phil Goodyear says, please, new friends, don't hesitate to barbecue the like button, share, and subscribe to this information content. And quite honestly, it's like my live streams, uh, they're obviously easier to do. It's just raw and unfiltered. It's here, there's no acting, I wouldn't be a good actor anyway. I wouldn't even be good at playing cards. Uh, but this is the mall. And like I said, for a Monday, it's busy in here. I mean, this is a Monday. The malls are kind of more nostalgic here. It does feel good in here if you can see my shirt. It is hot. I was sweating. So yeah, it does feel good and it helps the phone for sure. Never under pressure is here. Hey, never under. I appreciate you being here. Um, Summer Peni says, "Oh, you're in the Philippines, mate." Yes, I'm in the Philippines. My name is Michael. I'm from the United States, born and raised in Pennsylvania, but did live in Florida for 2 years. But I've been here in Dumaguete, Philippines since July of 2024, and did live in Bacolod for 4 months. Was okay. Just the vibe was not. It was a little different. I felt bored in Bacolod for whatever reason. Felt like away from everything. And the people here, the people are nice in Bacolod. I just Dumaguete different. They call it the city of gentle people for a reason. I call it the city of gentle souls. But people always ask me, like when they're in the malls, do they have like name brand stuff? Yeah, they have everything you need. Like uh, I don't know if some things are cheaper than others, but I don't really buy that much. Although the other day I did get some cotton T-shirts. I know some people are more in favor of wearing the Under Armour kind of polyester like stuff. That's okay, but I don't think it's very comfortable. I don't mind wearing cotton and sweating in it a little bit, but they do have all the stores. Like, I don't know. People always refer to the Philippines as like this third world country. I mean, I'm sure some areas are not that good and could be better, but I, you know, I've seen areas in the United States that aren't that great either. They could be better. Phil Goodyear says, "What up, Summer? Welcome home." Caden says, "If money wasn't a problem, where else would you live in the Philippines?" That's a good question, Caden. Live or visit, that's two different things. Not knowing enough about some places, if I would take a gamble and just go there and live, if money wasn't an issue in the Philippines, I would go to Palawan. I think that's how you pronounce it. Palawan or Palawan. I would definitely go there. That would be the place I would go to. Uh, Although Mr. Dave Travels will tell me, Michael, you need to go to it's Camagin or Camigan Island. He says is very beautiful. But Boracay is also nice too. Like you got Boracay. There's beautiful. I've never been there, but there's like Boracay. There's um, uh, what is it? Davao. Um, Siargao, Gal. But yeah, like if I could just do whatever I wanted, yeah. But I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would travel that much. I mean, I kind of like just doing my thing, and when you travel, it takes away from my exercise routine a little bit. You know, the consistency, disciplined. I'm so disciplined when it comes to my exercise. Like probably a little over the top, a little over obsessive, and I'm sure there's people worse than me. Um, I just know and like how I feel from see like TVs and stuff. Like everywhere you want to go, there's electronics, there's televisions. Like you can get everything you need here. Um, I don't know about the prices. Like if you look at this big Samsung TV, it says 149,999 pesos, whatever that's equivalent to right now. I'm not sure, but um, I don't have enough time to even watch TV, so I don't watch TV. So that wouldn't even be a good investment for me. Phil Goodyear says, hello, everybody. Please join a conversation with your experiences and opinions of life in the Philippines. Exactly. I'm a newbie. I'm still a newbie. Uh, I think the best way for me that's allowed me to learn and embrace the culture here is just because I walk everywhere. I mean, I understand not everybody, some people have physical limitations and they can't walk everywhere. I understand that. I'm thankful that I can do that. But yeah, I see like sports shops. I mean, obviously you see helmets for sale everywhere because of the abundance of motorbikes. But like, it just really reminds me of an '80s mall uh, back in the '80s. Tons of cell phones, like Oppo is a popular phone, although I don't think they work very good. They're good for internet and stuff. I think the thing, hello, my own. I think they're good for like just internet stuff, but I don't think they're that great when it comes to um, taking pictures. The camera, that's the biggest difference between an iPhone, Apple, and I probably Samsung. I don't know enough about any other phones when it comes to pictures and stuff, but all right. So Dr. Red did the conversion. Said and Summer Peni said, haha, thanks, Dr. Phil. Dr. Red says 149,000 is 2,400. Foods Group says, no, keep away from Oppo, any Chinese phone if you're in the Philippines, Samsung or something. Yeah, that's kind of like, I've never owned a Samsung. I mean, if I was going to try something other than an iPhone, which I'm so Apple, iPhone, everything now, I would probably never change. But it would be Samsung or iPhone. And like I said, it's the camera that's the best part. I mean, that's why I use my phone to do the live streams, make videos. There are some cameras that I like. You know, they have like the 360 Insta or whatever. DJI makes good. I have microphones for that. I have a gimbal for my phone. So there is a lot of stuff, nice options you can get. And if I ever decided, I'm just not, like I said, I'm just so minute when it comes to the YouTube world. I'm like, I'm just going to use my phone. Uh, the camera is probably just as good on this on anything, although it is my only device that I'm using. Maybe that's not the best thing to do is really work my phone. Uh, but I do need, like I said, this is an iPhone 15. So eventually, if I get another phone, just to have two, uh, kind of like Mr. Dave has recommended me to have two at once, uh, just for a backup, also. I mean, imagine if I simply, heaven forbid, that something happened to my phone while here. That could be interesting. The good thing is I have enough friends that I'm sure I could figure something out. But imagine being somebody here that doesn't really know a lot of people. That could like that could maybe be a potential problem a little bit, a little stress if you didn't know anybody. That's why I always another see, and that's another thing I didn't really think about. It's nice to meet people here, make friends. If you do run into a situation, you can get help. And so many people are so generous and helpful here and kind. And like even my one AirPod that fell out, well, I never got it into my ear, fell out of my hand. And it was like one of these drains, just like this. It just fell on the sidewalk and rolled bloop, right into the drain. Um, Oh, Hoops Group wants to know how the Philippines changed me. I would say, hold on, I got to get this. Caden, my goodness, your signal was really good inside for the live stream. And I noticed that. I need to go back to Hoops Group. But Caden Hall, thank you so much. One of my hobbies is FPV drones, should you get one. Yeah, that would take my YouTube channel to a whole other level. I know a lot of people use drones and um, it looks great. I don't really know what the regulations are and the rules are as far as flying them here in the Philippines. I wouldn't even know what the regulations are flying them around in the US. Uh, but Joshua Tucker's here. Let me go back to Hoops Group's question. I do like this. He said, how has the Philippines changed you? Wow, it's changed me in a lot of ways. I'd say the first way that it's changed me is it's humbled me in a way where when I lived in the U.S., I was materialistic. Now I'm not saying I'm not completely wiped out, like lost the materialistic thought. I'm still material, but not anywhere close. The less I have, the happier I feel like I am. You know, to be able to get rid of your house and then get rid of all the junk. I shouldn't call it junk, but all the stuff that I've accumulated, uh, that was probably the biggest thing that how it changed me. And I realized as long as I got sunshine in my health, and and again, the fact that I could retire at 55, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. So the fact that I could retire again, I had to have a pension to be able to do this. Um, it was a slight deduction or less that I get in return monthly on my pension, starting it at 55 versus waiting, but it wasn't that much. And it just came down to when I came here in July of 2024, I was only supposed to stay for 2 months. And I know I'm going all over the place, Hoobs group, but my mind gets like that sometimes. It's like, it was like a vacation. And as I got to meet the locals here in Dumaguete, I love the hot weather and all that kind of stuff. The ocean, being able to walk by the ocean every day. Um, the ocean matters to me. I was a warm weather ocean kind of guy. That's why I lived in Florida for 2 years. So that mattered to me. So being near an ocean here, awesome. But it's the people. That's how it changed me. It made me, I just stopped. Uh, it's like in the US, you grow up, it's just like you work, 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 and then you're buying things. Not that there's anything wrong with buying things, but I always felt like that was my temporary happiness, buying things. I've never been as happy as I am here right now. I've never felt that way. And having less, just having quality, amazing, beautiful people here in the Philippines, a different culture, learning, meeting people. That's like priceless. Like that to me is like the one thing I can continuously say that that's how it's changed me. Uh, and I'm not that anybody cares, and everybody's to each his own. Whether God or religion's important to you or not, that's fine. We all have our own choice. I don't look at people differently whether you do or you don't. But I will say spiritually, I've gotten closer to God too, being in the Philippines. Not that I wasn't, but that also changed me. Being humbled, seeing, how you always think, people, you have it worse than everybody else. And honestly, you don't. There's always somebody that's going to have it worse. And I know I'm not saying anything you haven't heard before, but until you're here and you live it and you see people, and again, I'm only going on 2 years, so I'm the last person that could give the best advice or have an opinion on what it's like to live here because I'm still living better than a lot of people, and I'm blessed and thankful for that. But putting me here has changed me in a way just to even strive to be a better person than I am. I always feel like I can get better. Like it's not, I have so much to improve in my life as a person, uh, relationship with God, all that stuff. Um, uh, I saw that message that you got rid of Casey. Karen one doesn't care about your rambling. Karen, that name is fitting. Don't they call people that whine and complain Karens? I think that's kind of funny. But way to take care of business, Casey. But I'll still say it's something to you anyway, Karen, if you can even hear. Quit being a Karen, I guess. I mean, my gosh. I'm just sharing my life, my feelings, my experiences, being genuine. And like I said, it's like watching television. If you don't like what you're watching, you can simply change the channel. But that's another thing too. It's like through having like YouTube and like you get trolled and you have people saying dumb stuff and ignorant and rude stuff. I don't even care. You know what I mean? I always think back, like my father always said to me, and I grew up in the era where sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. So I don't know. Casey says attitude deleted. Exactly. The Philly Karen took the ball from the kid. Exactly. Mocha Frap, I like that name. Says, hello, greetings from California, USA. I'm glad you're having fun in the Philippines. I am having fun, and I'm simply just happy. But I mean, back to that question with Hoobs Group, not that anybody cares to hear, but my life has changed in so many ways, and it continues to change. Uh, but the stress level is definitely gone. Not that you don't stress, maybe. There's probably stress that you don't really notice. Not that that doesn't still come about in weird ways. I worry about my mother and father. So worrying about your parents probably, stresses you out. I changed it so you guys don't always want to look at me. But I appreciate Mocha Frat being here. X2 Wheel Throttle says, I think you realized your own mortality. Time is limited. That's very true. It is. Nothing's given, man. Like I just learned, and it could be a combination of because when you get older, maybe that's what it is. Maybe a certain time clock kind of goes off in your heart and your mind, and you just stop taking things for granted. I was obviously younger. I did a lot of stupid stuff. I mean, sometimes I still do stupid stuff now. Um, I'd like to think I'm not as immature as I once was, but I'm sure I still do stuff that's kind of like, maybe not the most mature thing to do. But the biggest difference now is I recognize when I do stuff. I either just say to myself, okay, Michael, that was probably not the best thing to say or do, but I definitely don't say those, I don't catch myself as much as I used to. And that tells me I'm obviously just cleaning up that. And here, I don't have any opportunity to really get upset here. It's just because it's like, all right, I'm in a different country. I'm a guest here. I respect everybody. They respect me, and it's just it's a humbling experience. And until you're here, my videos, my words, whatever I say, it really doesn't matter until you actually get here yourself. If that's something you want to do, if you want to see another part of the world that maybe you've only ever watched through videos like you're watching right now. Um, Merlady says hello. Hello, Merlady. Summer P9 says hello, Fernando. Maybe I saw Fernando. Uh, hold on. Oh, wow. Look at this. Philip just gave away. I saw that pop up on the bottom. You gave away random memberships. I appreciate that. I don't know who got them. I think sometimes it shows who gets them, but maybe they didn't get them yet. Awesome Eric says, why so many wires? It's like it used to be when I was a kid, I guess. This is the way it used to be, and that's just the way they're not underground. Some of them look a little knotted up. I understand that. I think a lot of it's just excess. Uh, and they just kind of wrap it around. Like you can even see excess here, but yeah, definitely on the wires. Bag of Plenty's here said, let's all like and subscribe and comment. Uh, X2 Wheel Throttle says, enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Again, I know what makes me happy. It's a simple happiness. I don't need anything extravagant. As long as I have a roof over my head, and that's kind of what it's shown me. I don't have a car anymore. I sold my car in the States. I'm not ever going to buy a car here. At least now, I'm not interested in owning a car. I don't even have a motorbike. I walk everywhere. Sure, it's saving me money. But they're not even that expensive. I'd probably feel more comfortable learning how to ride a motorbike in a province area first. But at some point, I'm just gonna have to just suck it up, Mike, and I'll be all right. You can walk. Trying to see this. Oh, here it are. The people that got the random. I can see it now. All the people that got the random. They're all lit up in green. The only problem is I can't see where the darn. But I appreciate that so much, Philip. You, as well as so many other people, like I said, I don't know what I do to deserve this. I probably don't deserve any of this. So um, I'm just thankful that I've made some wonderful friends here on YouTube. And I say this all the time, I'm always just thankful when people are just here, just joining it, making comments, give me a thumbs up. And if they subscribe, great. If they don't, that's okay too. I mean, not everybody's going to like me. Uh, that's just the reality. Some people are going to be not even like you just because you're someone simply happy, which I do learn that through YouTube. Let me see if I can see these. Oh, so Derek got one. And then we got this Molder 3GG got one. Deli Murphy got one. My Sunshine got one. And KRM got one. That's so awesome you guys got that. Those memberships from Philip. Awesome, Eric. I'm heading towards the ocean right now. Could be a little cleaner. That's one of my, I don't know, least favorite things to talk about, or why I get disappointed sometimes, is the plastic bottles that you would see in the ocean. Some of that stuff's just a product of habit here. Um, if I could do anything about it and uh, I don't know, use the fishing nets that they use for fish to gather up plastic bottles, I probably would. Uh, Let me go back here. Uh, Philip, you're the best. Said we just enjoy your walks and talks always, Michael. Well, I enjoy that you guys sacrifice your time and you're generous, donate all that stuff. I mean, like I said, I give all the glory to one person, so I think that's why I'm blessed. Honestly. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss my family, my mother and father. But video chat does help make that easier. Uh, People always ask, could your mother and father come visit you? My mother, health wise, no, she couldn't do that. It'd be too difficult for her. My father, he could probably get away with it. He might need to be in first class, and that's okay. He could probably afford to do it. Um, but we'll see if I get home this summer, like June, July, or August for a month. We'll see. We'll see what the airline tickets look like and stuff like that. If I do go home, it would be at least for a month. And I've mentioned that before just because, my parents, my mom's going to be 86 on May 29th. You don't know how long. I mean, the only reason, in my opinion, they've lived so long is because of my brother. I always like to give a shout out to my brother. I don't know if he ever's listening or watching on the live streams, or I know they do watch the replays, but my brother is a special, special brother. Um, he's one of a kind. He's the youngest. He's the baby in the family, and he's 6 years younger than me. But he's still always going to be the baby. Thank you, Vito the Viper. I see you sent me that under gift. I appreciate that. But yeah, my brother's taking care of my mother and father. He's sacrificing the ultimate sacrifice. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, yes, I know in the U.S. it's kind of normal for people to put their mother and father in some cases in a nursing home, but those are obviously very expensive. And quite honestly, I've said this before, if my mother and father were in a nursing home or had been put in a nursing home a while ago, I don't know if they'd be alive right now. Um, I really don't know. I mean, my brother feeds them well, very healthy, clean diets. Uh, he goes above and beyond for them, getting them, making sure they exercise, red light therapy. I could go on and on the stuff my brother has done for them uh, to give them longevity. Uh, Let me flip. I know you guys don't always want to look at my face. Trying to go back to some of these. Merlady says, wow, that's awesome. Popping in Debbie's. Deb says, popping in to say hello, popping out, take care. Thank you, Deb. Ringo says, nice. PK says, your mom and I share a birthday. She's a couple years older than me, though. I'll be 38 on May 29th. Well, PK, I don't know where I'm going to be on May 29th. That was the idea to maybe go visit my parents on May 29th. I'm going to cut through here and then go to the ocean, but I'm just going to try and get shade. But that's awesome, PK. If I'm still here on May 29th, I'm going to sing happy birthday to you and my mother. But they're getting more of this like tower thing done more. It's looking better and better. I don't know if they're completely done, but I don't see any construction around it right now. Did your family visit you in Dumaguete? Says Chiro Pra. No, they didn't visit me. That would just, like I said, that would be just very difficult. My mother's, um, she's dealing with a little bit of dementia. She also had a stroke. Her brain still works, seems very well. It's just, when people have a stroke, they go to say something and it doesn't quite come out the way they, want it to. And it sometimes can be challenging to understand. But, she's a real trooper, my mom. Both my mother and father. If it weren't for them, I owe everything to my mother and father. I am who I am because of them. And I always say, with a little bit of me sprinkled in, but uh, uh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get some of these. Awesome, Eric says, is gasoline expensive? You know what, Eric? After I go to the water, we'll see what how we're looking on time. I'll go by the gas station now. I mean, it had been, I don't know, 100 pesos or whatever per liter. I haven't checked it recently. Reason being is I never buy gas. Obviously, I don't have a bike or a car. But Vito, again, thank you very much for the super gift. Do they recycle plastic bottles there? Merlady, I don't 100% know. Like my trash at my apartment, they have different trash, like they have for plastic. So I guess they do a little bit, but probably maybe they don't do it as much as they could or should. Everything costs money. So it's like, I don't know if they have the money to be able to fund, a recycling thing. I'm not sure. I would imagine they do some, but you don't see like really separate recycle bins a lot of places. At least I haven't seen, but maybe every island's a little more different. It's like going to Sikihor. You go to Sikihor, there's a different mayor running that island. So you see over there, I don't think things are very, like a lot of people say they think it's dirty here. Like I don't see that. I think things are cleaner than a lot of places I've even been in the States. But when you go to Sikihor, it's very clean. Um, Very, very clean. Like you rarely see any pollution, like plastic bottles or trash in the water. It's just different, and people have told me like different mayors make different choices, like or maybe they only have so much funding. I don't know why they do or don't do things. Uh, Bees popping, hello, bees popping. He says, hit the likes, everyone. What we do on the channel, we show love, we share love, and above all else, we give love. Thank you always. Kuya, bees popping. Caden says, I went to on a cruise in Mexico, and all the beaches smelled like poop because of all the allergy blooms. That's interesting. I would have never known that. I mean, I would have just assumed if I smelled something like that, if that's what it was. But allergy blooms, I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. I like learning that, Caden. Allergy blooms. So certain allergy blooms and it gives off a bad odor. Maybe there's some here like that too, and I just think it's something else, and maybe that's what it is also here. Uh, Steve Bryan says, looks like you could go for a coconut water, stay hydrated. Yeah, I might make my way over there, or at least I'll get a bottle of water. I'm just going towards the ocean now, just to show people how close it is. Like I said, this isn't a beach; it's like a seawall, a boardwalk, but we call it the boulevard here. Um, Steve Bryant, though, thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely get some water. I'll go through the public market after here. Awesome Eric says, I would live there if the fishing is decent. I think the fishing's really good. I can't say from my own personal experience, awesome Eric. Um, I see plenty of people with fishing rods. I see plenty of people the locals fishing nets. They're putting nets out. I even see the locals, they go out with the spear guns. They're fishing with spear guns. They have like their snorkel, their flippers, and their mask, and they're just going through the water. Usually I see them more so later in the afternoon, not now, but once the sun starts going. And then sometimes they're in there when it's dark. They have like underwater flashlights, kind of like waterproof underwater flashlights. But yeah, they have the spear guns. I don't know if they're using the spear guns at night. That would be kind of difficult. Uh, but yeah, so far so good with the phone. Maybe going to the mall kind of helped keep it cooler. Uh, Phil says, we just enjoy your. Oh, I read that. Thank you, Phil. How many families you are supporting? Ringo, oops, I didn't want to do that. I don't, I'm not supporting any families, if that's what you're asking. I support me. Uh, yeah, I'm not supporting any families. We got a Jane says hi. Charles says hello. How are you? I'm doing good, Charles. Awesome Eric says, how is the ocean water? And oh yeah, we're right here. I'm gonna kind of. I always try to focus on the bottom of the comments in case one of you guys notices that my phone's glitching. Because if I'm too far behind, you guys could be saying, Michael, Michael, you're frozen, disconnected. Meanwhile, I'm talking to basically nobody. And I apologize, everybody. I always say this, and I need to continue to remember: if you comment or you question, and I don't get to it, or I accidentally miss it, my bad. I apologize. I try. Sometimes it can get hard to walk and focus and see and be through the streets, but I'm very appreciative of the time you take just to send me a message and a comment. And I apologize if I miss it. I don't try to. I'm humbled and grateful that I get enough that I sometimes can't keep up. But these were here when they had the stuff set up for Christmas. They had like platforms and Christmas shows and performances. I just don't know. I don't remember them leaving them this long here, this long last year, but I don't know. Maybe they'll eventually remove it or they're just going to leave it there. I don't know. But that's the port over there. And it's so hazy here. I don't know if you can see Sikihor Island, but it's so hazy here lately. Uh, you don't even see anything anymore. Uh, you can barely see Cebu, but that's the port, both the Ocean Jet. I'm going to try and zoom in. Those are both the Ocean Jet fast boats that you can take, just people only. Those two, you can get to Sikihor and over there 30 to 40 minutes. And then Cebu, I don't know how long it takes you to get to Cebu by boat. I've never traveled to Cebu. But here at the Bohol Sea, you can go to Bohol, I heard, and they said it takes 2 hours. PK says, don't worry, Mike. I'll keep repeating myself until you get my message. Oh, boy. I'm sorry, PK. I deserve it. I apologize. Daily Route says, I was born and raised in Dumaguete. I drove all the time there with my scooter. LOL. Thanks for the live. I used to drive a pedicab to make some money. Never been back there for 20 years. Well, where are you at now? If you're not in Dumaguete, Daily Route, where are you at now? Um, Donald Thompson says, how's your day going from San Antonio, Texas? Raining here. Hello, Donald. I'm sure they could use some rain here. Garrett Tube says, deep blue sea. Yeah, here, I'll even get up on here. Ugh, it's kind of greenish, you know, occasional plastic cup. Like I said, if I could, and there's one there, if I could jump in there with a net, I'd start cleaning it up. I just don't know where I'd put everything that I'd find. Steve said there's the beautiful ocean. Wally Bears here says the decaying vegetation smell like poop in early spring after all the snow melts. All right, that must be about that, the odor. Very nice. I do a deep sea fishing here in Florida. Hey, awesome, Eric. When I lived in Florida, I went on maybe 3 deep sea fishing trips. Never went on a fishing trip, deep sea fishing trip until I lived in Florida, but went on 3. I remember my first deep sea trip that I went on wasn't the biggest boat, wasn't the smallest, maybe, I'm just guessing, 40 to 50 people on this boat. It was an 8-hour fishing trip, but a lot of the time was spent like getting out to where we were, stopped, fish a little bit. Then I guess if they weren't biting, then we moved to another area. But it was fun because they had a fishing. I'll never forget this. It's my first time ever going fishing. I got very lucky. They had this, I guess if everybody pitched in $5, whoever caught the biggest edible fish would win all the pot. And I won the pot. I caught I think it was called a trigger fish, if I remember correctly. Does that sound familiar? I think it was a trigger, something like that. And then they had to put a certain cut on it with a knife so they knew whose fish, because basically all the edible fishes that were caught, they'd mark it with a knife, a certain like cut on it, and then they'd put it in the cooler. And then when they got to the end, they said, "Hey, this is your fish, right?" And then I won. That was the best first fishing trip. Loved it. I think it's called a trigger fish. I don't know why that sticks into my head. I had never heard of that fish before then because I caught other fish there, but they weren't edible. Some of the ones that weren't edible, they basically would cut it up and then use that as bait if you wanted to, or they provided bait. That was one of the first time I ever went, and it was a lot of fun. I really liked it. McLovin Philippine Adventure says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, McLovin. Uh, Cairo Pro says, fantastic day to all. Until then, Wally Bear sent a high five. Thank you, Wally Bear. Sorry if I missed that. I appreciate your generosity on this beautiful Monday here in Dumaguete, Philippines. King Ringo says, do you drink more than in the States? Uh, whoa, what is that? Okay, my apologies. I hit the wrong button. You said you do drink more than Ringo. Do you mean alcohol? Because if you're talking about alcohol, I don't drink any alcohol. I haven't drank a sip, had a sip of anything in over 20 years. Uh, I never had, it's not that I had a drinking problem. I just uh, was a social drinker when I was younger, peer pressure, want to be cool, accepted by my friends. And then alcohol just never agreed with me. I've mentioned this before, gave me headaches. Even if I drank like one beer, like I'd get a headache, feel like crap the next day. And once I started getting serious about my health and diet and stuff, I was like, why? I don't want to put anything into my body that I feel is not a nutritional, it's not of a value. So no, if you're asking me now, do I drink more water? Yeah. Coconut water, regular water, which I'm going to head that way right now. I'm going to go to the public market. I think I have enough time. Yeah, we're at 62 minutes. So uh, overall opposite says cleanest street in Philippines. Well, I can only really speak for Dumaguete. Overall opposites. Um, Dumaguete, and then I was in Bacolod also. If I had to say which is cleaner, I would go with Dumaguete over Bacolod. But then maybe it's because Bacolod's a bigger city, and maybe in the city it just produce more trash. I guess maybe I'm not a uh, I don't have maybe the best answer for that, but I would say Dumaguete is fairly clean. I'm just going to stand in the shade for a couple seconds before I go for the heat towards the public market just to cool my phone off. Well, yeah, Hoobs Groove, that's true. I could get an electric bike. I'm just going to chill here under this tree for a couple minutes if you guys are okay with that. It's not for me, it's for the phone. Uh, awesome Eric says, oh, thank you for doing that. Oh, darn it, Caden. Now you got me. Be sure to visit your parents before it's too late. And Caden, you're exactly right. That's why I appreciate that. Like I said, you do too much. You all do. Uh, that's the mindset I have now. Before, when people would say, hey, when do you plan on going home, visiting your parents anytime soon? And I said, well, no plans. Maybe if there's an emergency, that would be the reason I would go home sooner. And then the more I thought about it, and I've said this before, sorry for repeating this to anybody. Um, the more I thought about it, I was like, do I really want to go home to visit my mother or father because of an emergency, or wouldn't it be better for me to go there? I mean, they're not as healthy as they could be or should be, or I'd like them to be, but they're certainly more coherent now than they would be, obviously, for an emergency. So the more I thought about it, I was like, maybe I just need to go see them the way they are now in a good situation. And then at least I do that. And then if I ever have to go back sooner again, because of an emergency, at least I did the right thing as a son. And, uh, I'd just rather see my parents, in a better situation. Uh, but thank you, Caden, again. PK says, if you don't make it to see your parents on our birthday, you could come celebrate with me at Michael White's place. May 29th is also his wife Charm's mother's. Wow, a lot of people on May 29th. I'll keep that in mind, PK. Uh, Casey says, that's great. Be blessed, Mike, and to your brother. Unconditional love. Yeah, I mean, he deserves it. I don't get to tell him enough personally how awesome he is for what he's doing. That's why I shot him out here. Wally Bear says, I watched the cleanup videos of the Manila nightly street market. They pick up a lot of trash. I'm sure they do. Daily Route says, fresh fish. Go to Shaiton. A lot of fresh fish. You know what? I've been there before. That's on my way to Chaton. Is that's before Bayouan, correct? Isn't Chaton? I apologize when that's before on your way to Bayouan. I think I've been through there before. Daily route. McLovin says something about the San Miguel in the Philippines makes me drink more. Yeah, I know that San Miguel is popular, and then you also have Red Horse. Again, I don't drink either. And then I guess people drink if they're not drinking beer, they go the liquor route, which would be Tanduay. I guess that's like whiskey or something like that. Linda Whitaker says sorry, autocorrect, not Detroit trigger fish. Uh, a pet shop back home had a triggerfish, really smart, quite fun to watch. And so maybe it wasn't all I know is it was edible. Maybe, is it, Linda, is triggerfish an edible fish? I believe I've seen you before. Am I correct? You're in the Philippines. Yes, Linda White Whitaker. I'm in the Philippines. Dumaguete. Appreciate you being here. McLovin says in Ilongapo for a few days, and water there is nicer. Linda Moniz, are there any garden parks there? Wondered about the flowers. I mean, there are flowers that grow everywhere here that are beautiful. That's kind of nice. Another thing, you get to see flowers blooming all year long here. Eric Alberto Chavez Quespi says hello. Oh, Daily Route, you're in Las Vegas, Nevada? Wow, so you went from the Philippines to the States. I see you, Eric Alberto Chavez Quespi. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that wrong. Pronouncing that right. I was born and raised in Dumaguete. I drove all the time there with my scooter. Oh, never mind. I did read that. I'm going to head towards the public market. Uh, Linda Whitaker says, read the one. I watched the cleanup videos. All right, fresh. Phil Goodyear says, hi, hello, and welcome, new friends. Please join the group and enjoy the channel. Is incredible content. I appreciate you even saying it's incredible. I always feel like I need to do a lot better. Uh, PK says, hi to KC. Yeah, PK, KC is awesome. KC's a Filipina. She knows her stuff. Uh, she adds, like, she brings a lot to the live stream, and I'm thankful and blessed that she's always here. I'm thankful and blessed that she's always here supporting me. She's a friend now, and I think I'm trying to remember where she said she lives, and I'm guessing it's Luzon, but I could be wrong. Casey, why do I have Luzon in your head? Now, Miss Dimples, I haven't seen her in a while, but she lives in Palawan. PK said, yes, I've talked to. Oh, okay, never mind, PK. Then you know her. Yeah, she's awesome. Uh, Linda, it's okay. You said your texting is not going through properly. That's okay. No worries. Mintic La Chica says, pilot, hello. I guess I'm the pilot because I'm flying the phone. Phil Goodyear says, you're good, Linda. Keep sharing. Yeah. And that's, like I said, the whole thing. Keep doing it. I'm just saying I'm thankful that all of you are here. I just feel bad because, like I said, I'm looking ahead, looking at the phone, trying to like pay attention to all the comments and questions. And I feel bad that I don't get them all. And I don't want to upset anybody or offend anybody. I would never, ever, ever in a million years do that on purpose. It's challenging, I guess. And I guess if I was a computer, I guess I could probably handle it all. But physically and mentally, and then the phone gets dark, it's hard to see. Mr. Dave, Mr. Dave or Dave Traveled, if anybody doesn't know him, he's been around for a while. He's been supporting me. He's one of the OGs. He's been around for a while. He lived here in Asia for, what was it, 3 years, Mr. Dave? But he's now back in the States because he had to work a little bit and make some money. But I think he's coming back to Asia at some point. But anyway, he's one of the OGs. And he's the one that's always complimenting me on my appearance. He likes to embarrass me. Uh, but we love Mr. Dave. Mr. Dave is a great guy, and he puts me up on undeserving pedestal. I don't know why, but I'm very blessed and humbled and thankful for Mr. Dave or Dave Traveled. I'm going to go to the public market, try not to have a hot blast on my phone. We'll see how far I make it. I mean, the sun's kind of halfway up, but it's going down the other direction because it's 1:30, so it's already going through its midway point. Oh, David Golden Eagles here says, floating around will do my second walk at 5. David, I love when people tell me they're walking. Uh, I love hearing that. I haven't, you know who else I haven't seen lately? Chief. Uh, Chief hasn't been here. I hope he's okay. I haven't seen him, but I know he was getting in the walking. He was saying, I think the last time he talked to me, he said he was doing like uh, 3 miles a day. I think so. I think that's what he said. He was doing like 3 miles, and I was proud of him. I love it when I hear people exercising, walking, moving. Just get moving. Use it or lose it. Don't. When you retire, don't sit and watch the grass grow, because if you sit and watch the grass grow, that might be your only option for the rest of your life if you do it too much. Um, David says he takes 2 or 3 walks a day. That's me too. I mean, in between my total mileage, like I said, 10 miles is my goal. If I go over, great. But yeah, I'll take a water break, or I'll get some food. Uh, that's why I burn through it. Like now, it's like I'm the thinnest I've ever been, which is fine with me. I don't mind it. I mean, I'm healthy. I feel good, carrying probably normal body weight. Feel good when I'm breathing. I know some people have breathing issues when they're here because they say because of the pollution, maybe. I don't know. I'm just lucky, I guess. Uh, for the most part, there's always a breeze here coming from the ocean, clear up this way. Hello, I see all things. Thank you so much for being here. And hey, again, I always forget, if you're new to my channel, my name's Michael from United States, living here abroad in Dumaguete, Philippines. Born and raised for the most part, and I was born in Altoona, Pennsylvania. If there's anybody from Pennsylvania on here, born and raised in Altoona, Pennsylvania, until I was like graduated high school. Then we moved to Central PA. Mechanicsburg is my current address in the U.S. Mechanicsburg. I did live in Florida for 2 years, but hey, that's why I'm in the hot climate of the Philippines. Best decision I ever made. Love it here. But it's all about the people. All the nature stuff and all that other stuff is awesome, but uh, and the weather and stuff like that. But it's the people here that make this place special for me. But now I'm at the public market. At the public market. I guess going this way is probably the best. I can get into some shade a little bit. Mayong hapon. How you doing today? Thank you. Nice to see you. Amping. So nice. That's the best part. Saying hello to people. They remember you. Say hi, and I don't know. It's just humbling. You definitely feel special here. That's for sure. In America, to me, you're just another face in a crowd. Here, you're humbled. They treat you unlike anything I've ever felt in my life. All right, third attempt. I'm probably going to buy a boat when I get there in a couple weeks. So if you want to go fishing and record a video, I'm going to be doing a lot of that, as you can definitely come with me. PK, I appreciate the invite. I would definitely. Do you even know where you're going to come or stay or live in the Philippines, or is that still up in the air? My apologies, PK, and I need to make you blue. I thought I did make you blue a long time ago, but now I got you. I see all things. Appalachians stick together. Um, it's okay, KC, just be you. We retired in northern Mindanao forever now, says David Golden Eagle. Sean Mayer says, why would anyone choose to live in the Philippines? I don't know, Sean. Until you're here, you could visit all sorts of places and maybe think you'd never want to live there, and you might be surprised. You know, you never know. I'm happy here. I like it. Something new, experiencing something different outside of my comfort zone, my normal life of living in the U.S. all the time. Sean Mayer kind of reminds me of the singer Michael Mayer. Maybe that was it. I can't remember. But yeah, I love it here. And again, you know what's the best part about it? It helps. I can retire at 55, live a very good enough life for me here, and be happy. And I'm in good health. If I was in the U.S., where would I live? Pennsylvania or Florida? Well, guess what? I'd still be working because I couldn't afford. I couldn't even afford the lifestyle that I have here in the U.S. Mayung hapon. Yeah, I couldn't even afford it. So that's Sean. That's why I'm here. But until you actually go somewhere and you meet the people and you just kind of free your mind and like just be humbled, I don't know. Your mind might change. Again, you need to do what makes you happy. But uh, I don't know if you've ever. Maybe you've been to the Philippines and you just don't like it, and maybe that's why you said, "Why would anybody choose to live in the Philippines?" But I love it here. But thank you for being here, Sean. I appreciate your comment. That's what I like. I want people to make comments. Casey's saying she's 5'4", 115 pounds. Casey, you sound perfect. Uh, and if anybody doesn't know Casey, she's an awesome person. She's guapa. She knows. I think she should know. I got to get water down here. Uh, Linda says, amazes me how many scooters there are. Almost makes me think about Sturgis during the week, only different hikes. I mean, yeah, they're everywhere. I mean, this is Monday. I need to get my water here. I need to. I don't want the big water because if I drink too much water, I'll have to pee. Yes. This is the small one. Small one. Yeah, the one for 15. Okay, one, sir. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Change. 5 peso. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Salamat. Hold on, guys. I gotta open my water real quick. Caden says, last destination. Yeah, it should be your last, Caden. You're killing me. I really like to see what going fishing at a random place there would be when I go there and what you would catch. Caden, God bless you. Let me drink this real quick. The last time when I drink the big one, too much, because then I had to find a CR. Yeah, I had to pee. Too much water. But thank you. Okay, because you're always walking. You're very hot. Live stream. Yeah, feel the back of my phone. Feel, touch. It's hot. It gets warm. So it's good for me to get in the shade. But yeah, I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. What's your name? I can find you at the YouTube. All right, it's called Castaway. I'm gonna show you. You want to say hi? Say hi. She's in bed, but it's called Castaway Drift. What is your name? Castaway Drift is the name. I cannot find you. YouTube. I'll show you. I'll help you. See, everybody's watching. She gives me water every day. She always sees me sweating. Oh yeah. Makita ka sa YouTube. But thank you, Caden. I appreciate it. You're on YouTube, right? All right, hold on. It's called Castaway. Castaway? Yeah, Cast. Yeah, A AWAY, and then space, then DRI D. D. Yeah, DRIFT. Castaway drip. Yep. Castaway drip. Yep. She's looking. No, sir. No signal because here inside. Oh, the internet. The internet. Is it better out here? I will find you. Thank you. What is your name again? Maribig. 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 Malify. Yeah, Maribig. With an M. Yeah. I'm Michael. No, Michael. All right. I'll see you again. Thank you for the water. Okay, welcome. Amping. Thank you. So nice. Oh, I can't tell you enough. I love that. Hoops Groove. I didn't ask her if she's married. The next time I will ask for you if she's married. But that's the biggest thing here in the Philippines. The people, the people, the people. I say it over and over again, and I will continue to say it over and over again. Um, and that's probably why I like Dumaguete. But I also like being in one place for a long time because then people get to know you. Um, I've met so many people here, especially at the public market. Like this is one of my favorite places to come because it feels like family here. It's a community. This is their way of life. This is how they make their money. And the food's really good. Like the vegetables, the fruit, the eggs, like everything. Like, you know, I mean, you can go to a grocery store in the US, it looks just as good. Like it's just as good here. And I'm sure it's more organic here. I don't think they spray a lot of chemicals on their food here. I don't know 100% for sure, but like eggs, they have everything here. Um, I gotta say hello to my friend, my young Hapon. Look at see, he's cutting the chicken. You want to show them? You want to do another one? He's gonna show you. Look at this. He's gonna show you how to cut the chicken. That's a very sharp knife. Very sharp. Hey, hello. You're a professional. Me, if I did that, I would cut my finger off. I would probably cut my finger off. Okay, Amping. Hey, Amping. Nice to see you. Have a good day. Yeah, that butcher knife is sharp. I mean, it doesn't. He wasn't even smacking it that hard, and it was like going right through it. Che's really good with a knife too. Me, not much. I'd probably cut myself. Effortless says, "Wow, super sharp." Exactly. Hoods Group says, "Yeah, I've seen it. Some healthy food. It grows wild in the country. Mangoes. Yeah, mangoes and banana trees all over the place. Uh, yeah, but it's most common. It's bananas, coconuts, mangoes. I'd say those are the top three that you see kind of everywhere. But at Che's house in her province, you had obviously bananas, mangoes, coconuts, jackfruit, pineapples, just growing wild. Uh, uh, is it guava? I think it's something like that, but jackfruit. Um, there are some other things I can't even remember. Don, see, I don't know if she had durian. Hey, mayong hapon. Durian, that's the fruit, I guess it kind of has like some sort of odor. I know that Che went flying on a plane with her friends before to Thailand, and I think they were on their way back. And somebody brought durian on the plane, and I don't know if you're supposed to or they don't recommend it. And I guess the odor, I've never smelled durian before. I've never even tried to, but I guess the people on the plane were starting to feel a little bit nauseous. Um, David says, taken care of. Dove Koo says, can you visit Pakistan? I don't know when that would happen. If I could fly all over the world and visit everywhere, I think that would be quite a life to have. But I don't have the money to do that. Probably never will. But that would be great. I would appreciate going to all countries and meeting people and respecting them and learning the culture. That's what I think is the best part about visiting other countries. And, you know, for me, growing up in the US, I never been this far away from home. And I never expected it. My expectations coming here were high, but my young hapon, my expectations were exceeded when I came here to the Philippines. I mean, exceeded beyond anything I could ever imagine. Let me finish this water so I'm not bouncing around. Have a good day. Amping. So nice. I love that. Is that John Harbaugh? That's funny. I've never heard anybody say I look like John Harbaugh. That's a good one. I guess it's better than Jim Harbaugh. I guess I don't know. Some people think I look like Lane Kiffin sometimes too. What's the name? Raw Whippy. I've heard um, Lane Kiffin before as well. I've even heard John Gruden before. PK says thanks. DKN, I appreciate you and sub back. Jeff Kidd says hello, Michael. I hope you're doing great, my friend. Jeff Kidd, I'm always doing good. Happy life here in the Dumaguete, Philippines. Happy life. Maybe I'll cut over this way. Where are we at? 86 minutes. All right. I'm just glad the phone hasn't gone poof. Um, how big is that town? What's it like outside the area? Good coast. I know they call this Dumaguete City Hoots Group, but for me, I consider this like a town. This is nothing like Bacolod City, and I'm sure Bacolod City is probably not anything as big as Manila. So I just don't consider it a city. It's very family-like, very close-knit. I think kind of almost like everybody knows everybody here. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing for me. But thanks for being here, Jeff Kidd and T Raw Whiffy. Where's the happy endings? Uh, Visit a fishing village. Be nice to see how to electric bike you could do that easily. Maybe I'll get a. I don't know what kind of bike I'm gonna get. Trying to go back here. Prakashka Trapathy says, "Hi, brother. I see you, Amprakash Tripathy. Sorry if I say that wrong." Don says, "Durian smells like um, onion and gasoline, but you like it. That's the important part." Linda says, they'll get a really bad fine for that. You're not allowed to even have it in a hotel room. Yeah, like I just remember her saying they were on the plane and like she felt it made her feel nauseous. She literally felt like she was going to vomit from the smell. And being in an airplane, I'm sure it had that smell has nowhere to go. Trying to read. David 12 said, "Can you visit Pakistan?" I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Dove Kukip. Um, I'm going back down. CCAN says, ran into John Harbaugh in an elevator in a team hotel in Jacksonville. Yes, got a selfie. Yeah, I don't think, CCAN, if you were that close and personal with him, I don't think I look like John Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh. Um, Maybe it's just wearing a cap and glasses. I don't know. I don't even think I look like Lane Kiffin. But then again, maybe some people see something in me that I don't see. That could be it. Um, I see all things small town vibes. Yeah, exactly. Uh, I'm going to go back to PK because you were answering, saying where you're going, or I probably missed it. Ugh, and I apologize. I'm going back. Bird getting fried. Ah, Jeff Virgil, very respectful people. Where the heck? PK, I'm going to go back. Said something about going back into Cebu. And now I'm trying to. I didn't think it was that far. I'm going back, PK, because I don't want to. Oh, okay. PK says I land in Cebu on May 9th, then going straight over to Masbate to hang out with Michael White. And he's going to drag me around to some places in Negros for like a week. LOL. Then I'm planning on going all over. I want to visit James and Karen Levi from Future Farmers, some Filipinos I know. Hey, Mario, help on. Oh, it's okay. Maybe next time. Thank you. Okay. Uh, I want to go all over, so no clue where I'm staying 90% of the time. Well, that's good. Sounds like you got a plan. Maybe you can fit Dumaguete in there along the way, if you can do that. Uh, Never Lane, go Vols. Yeah, like that guy. I mean, I don't know. He just follows the money. We'll see what he can do at LSU. I don't know, but I understand it's a business now. It's so different with sports. Now it's even trickling down into college football, which is like minor league football now. Uh, uh, did you what you say? Ran into John. Okay, I got that. Um, Papa Gear's here. Hey, Papa Gear says, "Yo, bro, what's up?" Another beautiful day, Papa. I appreciate you being here. Uh, Hootsker said you should do a top 10 of the Philippines' best cities. Yeah, I guess if I ever visit the top 10 cities, I can't definitely do that. Um, Not yet. Um, Maybe someday. And like I said, like I just like really enjoy, like I said, I think it takes a lot for me to get, well, I shouldn't say that in Bacolod because I was bored, but I think it takes a lot for me to get bored here, especially in Dumaguete. I just think because I have so many friends that I've established here, Nick, I have so many friends here now. It feels like home here in Dumaguete. I have like a personal I have a soft spot for people here in Dumaguete. Um, PK says, "Yeah, dude, I'll definitely stop by and say hi to you. I'm planning on spending most of my time on Masbate, Negros, and Panay, because those are the islands I want to look at property on." Well, that's great. Like I said, no pressure. I just love it when I can meet people that I meet through the channel. I think that's one of the best things. Aside from living here in the Philippines, the doors, the friendships that have been made here in Dumaguete. But yeah, as I walk down motorbike lane here in between them all, and that's why always people say sometimes, Michael, why aren't you walking on the sidewalk? Well, most of the sidewalks are taken by the motorbikes, and then they got. If you're wondering why they have cardboard on the seats, is because those seats are mainly black, and you go and sit on that, you probably burn your butt if you didn't have that cardboard on the seat. Where you can see some of them don't have cardboard. That's hot. I see all things says he's coming to Knoxville this year to play against. Oh, that'll be interesting. Uh, I see all things. Q4 says, "What do you think of the current state of YouTube propaganda?" I don't know anything about YouTube propaganda. I don't know. I don't know what you're specifically referring to. I'm sure there is propaganda. I mean, there's propaganda everywhere. You either listen to it or you don't listen to it, basically. Uh, can you just roll up there and find accommodation like a guest house or staying for a couple of weeks? Um, I mean, when I first came here, Hoops Group, I was just staying in hotels. Um, they're still cheaper than what you'd pay for a comparable hotel in the United States, if that helps. But it's definitely better, cheaper to stay like in an Airbnb than it is a hotel. And then if you can just simply rent an apartment or rent an Airbnb month to month, you're going to save a lot more money. Definitely a lot cheaper. Pandas say they're going to rob me. I don't know, maybe. They have to try first. Uh, Anything's possible. I could get robbed in USA too. Um, but thank you, Panda's Adventure. Michael being so conscious, trying to read every comment, even going back to catch up. Yeah, it's challenging, but I do. I mean, I feel like it's the least I can do. I owe it to you guys. Hoodoo says, "What's the nightlife like there? Do you participate?" The nightlife is basically Why Not, a couple small bars. I've gone into Why Not twice with a friend and his Filipino wife and sisters. They drank martinis. I drank water and ate appetizers, and that was about it. Um, that's as far as I participated. I mean, it's like any other nightlife. They play a little more older music, but you know, like the dancing pole and the strobe lights and the disco ball and and all that stuff. Look at these guys. Now they're playing basketball. Where's the hoop? Ring is very small. He's gonna show us. Look at this. You need to put a hoop right here, and then you can dunk. Yeah, I can dunk. At 6 p.m. we will play basket there. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe someday I come and watch. For free. I can play. It's been a while, but I can play. Yeah. Yeah, you can join us. Okay. Okay, Michael. Hey, Michael. Where's Augie? What? Where's Augie? Lunch. How are you? Michael, maybe you can catch up us 7 p.m. And you said right down here. Yeah, lacrosse. Is it like a gym? Yeah. How far down the road? Okay. You can let me know. 7 p.m. All right. I'll join them later. All right, 7 p.m. Maybe I'll try and come. Like, so you go from here to the gym. Yes. I'll try and see if I can come back at 7 o'clock, okay, and then I'll join you. Good. All right. I'll see you later. Amping. They want me to go play basketball. Oh boy. I'll check it out. Edwin is here. Says the Duma Power Walk is on. Yeah. Tony Cheek. Hello, Tony. How much would it cost? Says Huge Group for an Airbnb apartment a week that are good. My apartment can be rented as an Airbnb. I pay 400 a month, which is probably cheaper than what you'd pay weekly if you take it for a month. I mean, if I were to guess, if I'm paying 400 bucks a month, let's just say it's $100 for 1 week at an Airbnb where I'm at, swimming pool, gym, uh, modern, little studio apartment. You can get a 1 bedroom studio if you want. Um, Again, I'm guessing. I don't know exactly. I've never rented an Airbnb here just for a week. What I'm in can serve as an apartment or an Airbnb, but I'm paying $400 a month. Uh, and to a lot of people, that's still considered expensive here. I've looked at. I did live in another apartment when I lived in Banny Lad before I went home in March of 2025. That was 13,600 a month pesos, Philippine pesos. I don't know what that would be right now. Maybe Dr. Red, Paco, or somebody can convert 13,600 pesos. What is that in USD? Middle J is here. Tell us how many block shots you handle. I don't know. Filipinos, they're pretty good in basketball here. They're like aggressive. They're pretty tough. I've seen them play. Like, I don't know if I've seen a lot of them dunking, but they're pretty good. They're quick. They're aggressive. Uh, yeah, they play. They're pretty good here. I don't know if I'd get a lot of blocks. I haven't played in a while though, although either. So um, I would probably just try to have a little more fun. But then I do have a competitive side. But I'll probably just watch. I don't have the proper shoes to play basketball in. But if I get there at 7 o'clock when they're done working, I can go check it out. All right, thank you, PK. So $226 a month is what I was paying in Bannyland. But I didn't have a gym, I didn't have a pool, but it was very nice. Was bigger than the place I stayed at. And I gotta say hello to my I don't they must be off. I don't see my other friends there at the bank. Uh I would never be like Mike. Michael Jordan's one of a kind. In my opinion, Michael Jordan and Kobe. My favorite basketball player of all time is Kobe Bryant. And his game was most similar to Michael Jordan, in my opinion. Uh, and the thing I love about Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, and you always hear this about LeBron James, Kobe Bryant stayed with the Lakers through the good times and the bad. Michael Jordan was with the Bulls through the good times and the bad for the most part until he ended up playing late in his career with Washington, but that was not like he was going to win then. And they were talking about LeBron. What'd he do? When he wasn't winning in Cleveland, where'd he go? Miami. When Miami, then he bounces around. It was almost like he was always looking for help. And someone made that point one time, and I was like, that's true. Kobe Bryant was with the Lakers through the good and the bad. Uh, Hoops Guru says any diving clubs. Larry Bird's. Hey, Larry Bird's a great player. There's no denying that. Kobe was just my favorite. There are diving, I think, more in Dallin from here. Dallin, I think there is. I haven't done any of that diving, but I'm pretty sure Dallin is known for that. That's like 20 minutes away from here. Jeff Winters is here. Hey, Jeff says, can people from the USA buy or do they have to rent a place there? From to my knowledge, Jeff, you either have to be like married to a Filipina, or I guess if you're not married and you trust the Philippine person, then they could get the property maybe with your money, but it's still going to be in their name. Uh, which I kind of like that. I mean, I don't think it would be fair for a bunch of foreigners to buy up all the land here, and then the Philippine people would probably never have an opportunity to do it. Not all of them. I'm sure there are some Philippine families that can afford to do it, but maybe what about the ones that can't? I kind of wouldn't like that. James is just an old man trying to be like Mike. Yeah, I just don't like his, I don't know, his attitude, his flopping, his traveling. The rules have changed in the NBA. They just allowed too much stuff to me that wasn't fundamentally really true basketball. Things are so different, in my opinion. I mean, I know what a travel is. I know what how many steps is too many steps. It just seems basketball is so different. I don't know. It's like you can take as many steps as you want. I don't know. Just different. Uh, Jeff says, "Can people?" Oh, okay. Mr. Howe said, "My name is Kobe." Well, welcome, Kobe. Spelled differently, but the same. My nephew's name is Kobe, spelled Kobe. Obviously, they named him after Kobe Bryant, but that was my nephew. Um, yeah, Hooves Group 226 is like really good. The further you get out of the city, the less expensive it gets. You can find nice places. Like I said, I don't. I'm sure there's some hidden gems out there that are nice. Even have a pool, maybe more of a smaller apartment type of thing. You can definitely find bigger for less money. Mine's strictly about convenience and familiarity. That's what mine's about. Uh, if I can find something that's less expensive, sure, I'll do it. I got to get past this trash truck because that doesn't smell very good. Let me see if I can get past this. Let me. That'd be funny to see a live stream playing basketball. That would be interesting. Maybe someday. That might be a fun idea if people are interested in watching me. You'd probably enjoy watching them more than me. I haven't played in a while, but I love basketball. I used to play a lot when I was younger. Jeff says, "Can I buy a place instead of renting?" Yeah, I could, but I'm gonna rent as long as the apartment's furnished. That's all I care about. Uh, I don't want an apartment that's definitely unfurnished. Then I'd have to buy a bunch of furniture. Then I'd be responsible for trying to sell it or probably end up giving it away if I moved. Yeah, I have no interest in renting an unfurnished apartment. I'm not interested in that at all. I want to travel light. The only thing I want is my clothes. This thing's been going on for a while. Ugh, I got to get around this. But yeah, it's Monday. Monday traffic here in Dumaguete. We've been doing this building for a while. Um, Hold on, Middle J. I want to go back. NBA is allowing too much traveling now. A lot of carrying the ball. Yeah, it's just different, man. It's just like I just think they ruined the game. That's one man's opinion. I mean, when I was taught younger what a travel is, what a double dribble is, what a carrying the ball is, all this stuff. what an offensive foul is, you know, and you never heard of flopping. What? I mean, I never heard of flopping until later years in the NBA. It just became like it was more about, I don't know, almost like entertainment and not about competition. It was like almost like wrestling, fake wrestling, and they just turned the NBA into uh, I don't know. I just can't get into it anymore. I can't watch the NBA anymore. I won't watch until maybe they go back to the way it used to be, but I don't know if that's even possible. Um, Mr. Howe said his brother's name is Brian. My brother-in-law's name is Brian. Yeah, refs control the game. I see all things. Evelyn Du Bois said, depending on the player. I'm trying to. I'm going back a little bit. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me go. My first time in Duma was, Edwin says, was in 2007, the good old days. Yeah, 2007, 19 years ago. Zippy's World says, time to play Frogger. Yeah, that's definitely a real live Frogger game here in the Philippines. Edwin says he'd like to watch me play hoops. We'll see. I'll just go as a spectator tonight. Uh, it would be interesting. I mean, 7 o'clock at night here means 7 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Rob says hello. I'm trying to see what your opinion was, Middle J. You say that, but that was my opinion. Uh, the Eternal Idol says, "Sir, you look like Clint Eastwood." Charlie Sheen and Gary Stevens on one. Holy heck! I guess I mean I'll take all that as a compliment. I guess I mean Clint Eastwood, man, he's one of the OG. I mean that guy, he's one of the most famous actors ever. Uh, I know who Charlie Sheen is. Gary Stevens. I'm trying to figure out who the heck Gary Stevens is. But I appreciate that compliment, I guess. Middle J said NBA. Oh, now I'm following you. Okay, I got you. Because Antonio Anthonio Araro says, "Where are you from?" Anthony, if you're still here, I'm from the United States, Pennsylvania, but I'm living here abroad in Dumaguete, Philippines. Sweet Caroline says, "Hi, Castaway." Sweet Caroline, Baba, hello to you. It's funny your name's Caroline because my niece's name is Caroline. She's like the only Caroline I know, other than the song "Sweet Caroline" by Sweet Caroline. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. I can't remember who the hell sang it. Middle J said, property ownership for everyday Filipino is a big issue for the country. Most things are owned by a few very wealthy family. Yeah. Um, Neil Diamond, thank you, Middle J. It was on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't remember it. And again, before I wrap things up here shortly, if you're new to the channel, and my name is Michael, again from the United States, living a simple life here in Dumaguete, Philippines for now. Uh, Happy as all can be. Recently turned 56 years of age. Grew up in Altoona, Pennsylvania. That's where I was born, if anybody cares. Lived in Florida for 2 years of my life, and now I'm in the Philippines and enjoying it. Uh, Denise Kennedy says MRSL, which I don't know what that means. Edwin says scout the competition before. Well, I'm not going to say I'm schooling them. I definitely would scout it and watch. Would more or less play with for fun. Besides basketball, pickleball is very big here, Jeff Winters. Pickleball is very big. Uh, Skrillex for you said you like it. I guess you mean, do I like the Philippines? I love it here. This is one of the one great spot to even come and do Dumaguete is like, this is where I like doing a lot of my exercise walking. I can get a lot knocked out here. This goes all the way down and around. Um, Quite a distance, and it gets very busy here early in the mornings before people go to work, and between 5 and 6 it starts picking up because the sun goes down and more people come out active on the Rizal Boulevard. But yeah, I love it here. Uh, Steve says, you look like you're getting sunburned. Nah, I think I'm okay, Steve. I'm probably just hot. But I appreciate you looking out for me, Steve Bryant. Bag of Plenty says, home is where your heart is. Exactly. Mr. Howe is from Newcastle, Delaware. Uh, Thank you for being here, Mr. Howe. Your name is Kobe, Coby. I think that's what you said. Um, Skill Rex says living the life. I think so, but I mean I'm happy for me. That doesn't mean everybody else would be happy living this life. It depends on uh, what is good enough for you. Yes, Jeff Winters. Altoona is probably. It's been so long. Is it like maybe an hour from State College? Yeah, a lot of people that from out there's an Altoona Penn State campus in Altoona, but yeah, I think it's like an hour or so from State College. Um, I see all things say they will pick you first to play. I was always last at 5'6". I'm only 5'11" and a half. I never hit 6 foot for whatever reason. Maybe with shoes on. Oh, Mr. Hal, yes, Kobe. I have a lot of Filipino friends. That's the best part about being here in the Philippines, is the people and the friends that I make. That's one of my favorite things. That's what brings me the most happiness, Kobe, is the people. Um, Sam says, "Where are you?" Dumaguete, Philippines. Sam, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Uh, but yes, Kobe, I have plenty Philippine friends. I'm humbled by those Philippine friends. Filipinas, the women, Filipinos, the men. I have more Philippine friends here than I have foreign friends. And I probably have more friends here in the Philippines. I've accumulated more friends within a year and a half than I probably ever accumulated in my entire life living in the United States, which is kind of wild when you think about it. Um, Edwin says the castaway shooter. we we can wait for a hoop night. We'll see. I don't even know if I'll be able to be back in time for that later, but I'll have to find out how often they have these 7 o'clock basketball meetups. Um, Hoops Guru said, "Have you ever met any other nationalities?" Oh yeah, I've met people from Denmark, Russia, Germany, United Kingdom, um, Korea. Here, I'm specifically saying people that I've met here in the Philippines. Um, Canada, Canadians, obviously Americans. Uh, I know my one friend David. He's from Switzerland. Um, yeah, probably met more foreigners, people from other countries than I've ever met in my entire life as well. But definitely have more Philippine friends. Uh, yes, Kobe, I cook a lot. I cooked a lot when I lived in the United States just because I prefer it and it's obviously cheaper. Well, same thing applies here. You cook here, you're going to be spending less money. Uh, and for me, like I said, if you don't like cooking, you're probably not going to be very good at it. Uh, Ask Josh Wilson. I haven't seen Josh in a while, but I always tease him because he struggles cooking. He says when he tries to cook something, it typically goes right from his kitchen counter into the trash can, and he makes me laugh. But yeah, I cook. Uh, Oliver Lolita says hello. I'm from the Philippines. Oliver, nice to meet you from the Philippines. Where are you from? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. What part of the Philippines are you from, Oliver Lolita? Uh, Your best shot will be the castaway. That would be funny. Yes, a little bit. I've cooked Maine Mermaid for Che. And typically what would happen is if I'd cook for her once, she would watch and then she would want to cook it the next time just because she's eager and wants to learn how to cook other foods other than Philippine food. And Che's a really good cook, believe it or not. It doesn't take much for her. And she's uh, some things I've even shown her. She'll just find a certain recipe and she'll duplicate it. And yeah, she does good. Bag of Plenty's. Oh, there's Che. She just said hello. We're talking about how good a cook you are, Che. Bag of Plenty says, quite amazing how you explain the friends you made in your stay there. Anyway, yeah, I'm telling you, that's another humbling, blessing experience to make. How wild is it to come halfway around the world and I've made more friends in a shorter amount of time than I've ever probably accumulated in my entire life. Like really good friends that I have good conversations with. Go to a Philippine wedding, go to a Philippine baptism. I'm experiencing all these new uh, family tradition kind of type things here in the Philippines. It's awesome. Uh, PK says he's a chef, not working anymore, but still love cooking, just hate doing dishes. Yeah, that's probably my least favorite thing too, is the dishes. I try to make as minimal of a mess as possible, so I have as minimal to clean up. Um, Oliver says, and he's in, or he or she is in Laguna. I don't know if I know exactly where Laguna is, but I appreciate you being here. Main Mermaid says, what does she like? As far as you mean like American made food? I know she likes pasta. I know she likes pizza. Um, or the drift away sounds good too. You guys are funny. Yeah, it might be drifting away because I might be chucking up some air balls initially. Uh, Kobe, Mr. House says, when not exercising or enjoying sports or restaurants, have you been to a local library? You know what? For whatever reason, Mr. Howe, Kobe, I've never been a big book reader all my life. I never had the patience to read. My new thing now is audiobooks. That's opened up the book world for me. Now, I don't mind reading short articles and a couple pages at a time, but book reading was just never my thing. I don't know if I was just lazy or I just say I just didn't have the patience. But the audiobook world has changed things for me because I do the walking and then I can listen to the audiobooks. And then if I something I have a second thought about it, I can just like replay the paragraph or whatever to understand. But yeah, audiobooks, very diverse. That's good. Uh, Xset Xset Pro sent me the gold coin. Appreciate that, Xset. Appreciate you saying hello and the generosity. Again, my name's Michael from United States, living here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Love it here. People first. Then this stuff. Ocean, islands, over 7,000 islands, but it's the people, the culture, and yes, the cost of living does matter here. I'd be lying. I mean, of course, I wouldn't be able to retire here early if I wasn't living here. So there's sometimes you got to make sacrifices, but I don't think it's a sacrifice for me here. May Mermaid says audiobooks are great. I see all things has got to go. Says later, buddy. Keep hoofing it. Always. Jeff Winter said, have you ever seen anyone there use a solar oven where your mirrors focus them in one area and heat it up? I've never seen a solar oven. I didn't know they actually existed, but it doesn't surprise me. But I've never seen one. Dumaguete. I've never had that kind of pasta. That's funny. Spaghetti Dumaguete. I like that. Punkle one. That's funny. I never thought about that. And Dumaguete. Let's have some Dumaguete. Let's have some spaghetti. Iron John read by Robert Bly. I remember that. I have Winnie the Pooh on audiobook because it was free. I think I had some Lord of the Rings book on there. Bag of Plenty saying hello to Che. The Eternal Idol for you says Gary Stevens is a world class two-time Kentucky Derby winning jockey. Wow. What are the I don't I guess there's a weight limit on jockeys. Who knows though? I've lost so much good weight here in the Philippines from walking and just eating healthy. Maybe I'd be all right on the weight limit, but I couldn't ride a horse to save my life. Uh, although I love horses. Caden Hall says you should get a place with a backyard. The one place I was looking at, Caden, did have a backyard. Coconut tree, banana tree, mango tree in the backyard. For whatever reason, that kind of just fell through. One of my sticking points for this house, it was like a house with a yard, was the refrigerator. It was very small. I mean, my refrigerator in my very small studio apartment was bigger than the one that was in this house. Separate freezer from the refrigerator. This was just like a small refrigerator. You open the one door and a very tiny little freezer. You couldn't fit anything in there. So I don't know if that was a sticking point, but kind of fell through, and that's okay. Um, or maybe it's just not ready. How's it going today, mate? Troy Key, I remember your name. Thank you for being. I'm doing great, Troy. Getting ready to wrap up this live stream. If you haven't given me a like, as someone would say, barbecue the like button if you want. If you don't like it, then don't like it. If you're not a subscriber, I never turn down people to subscribe to my channel, but only do it if you like it. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. I got it a long time ago. It was free when I started the whole audiobook app. It was free. They gave me like a free book. And I don't even think I picked it. I think it automatically, but it was Winnie the Pooh. It's still in my file. I have the audiobook. Winnie the Pooh. Yes. But thank you, Troy Key. I'm doing great. Max says, it's me, Tutu, Max Verse. I'm not sure if I know Max Verstappen 6926, but you're saying it's me, Tutu, Max Verstappen. Hope that's not a bad word. Uh, all right, everybody. I want to just thank you and end this live stream. Appreciate guys, girls, men, women, everybody that's always here supporting me. Happy Monday. Uh, I'm blessed, humbled. Super chats, your generosity, everything. The best I can do is say thank you. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'll be back Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the day after, between 11 and 12. I'll be back. Again, I always appreciate the support you guys give me. The new people that come back, PK Adventures. I'm glad you came back. It's been a while, but it's all good. We all have lives to live. He says, later, Mike, have an awesome rest of the day. You too. You make a perfect congressman. uh, Maybe. I don't know. I love the people here in the Philippines. I support the people here, and I love the people here in Dumaguete. So take care, Troy Key. Robert Bly must be the reader because he does a perfect job. It makes all the difference. Thank you, Kobe. Uh, uh, Other than that, again, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, or a good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Thank you always. God bless you. Appreciate your time. Hey, peace, love, happiness to all you guys. Steve Bryan says you better go rest up for that basketball. We'll see if that happens, Steve. I don't know. If not this time, in the future, I want to hook up this darn fishing trip, or at least make a fishing video. I feel bad. I want to do it for myself, but I'm letting you guys down too. What is Pooh? Winnie the Pooh. Pooh is the name of his little bear. Uh, his little bear, Winnie the Pooh. Take care, Troy. All right. See you guys later, gals, ladies, everybody. Love you. Thank you very much. See you soon. Thank you for everything. You guys are the best. Ciao, Zippy's World. Sula, hey, are you a fisherman too, Michael? Just get in. I like fishing, Sula. I'm getting ready to roll. I appreciate you saying hello, stopping by. Uh, but at popular demand, plus I want to do it for my own experience. I want to go out on a fishing boat, even if it's just with the locals while they put their nets out and harvest some fish. Uh, Mr. House said we know he's a bear. Yeah, he's his little teddy bear. But anyway, Sula, thank you very much. I still remember you got me on that April Fool's joke. Good night, Connie. See you, Hoobs Groove, Mr. Hal, Kobe, Sula. God bless you all. Roberto Perez, goodbye, friend. Thank you very much. You guys are the best. Can't do it without you. Thank you. Take care, man. God bless.